Hello. Today is November 20, 2021. Hope that you are well. We're going to continue on a thought that we started yesterday. I think the title of that was What Now? Where do we go now? And we kind of talked about how, you know, we're always looking on the outside of us to find answers. And, according to where I am at this moment and, my experience in this life, it seems like time and again that method has failed. Trying to figure out life by looking outside, listening outside, going outside, trying to figure things out by going outside. And, like I said yesterday, it just feels like, those things that are offered to us, they're kind of like Band-Aids for our boo-boos, and they help us get by, but don't really get to the thing. A lot of times they're a way for us just to continue to get up in the morning. I'm not saying it's for everybody. Again, let me stress, this is just according to my own experience. So I'm laying up in the bed last night thinking about this and wondering, is there really just nothing? Is there just no meaning? And how, till my book gets here to kind of coach me on how to figure out how to not be miserable while still holding the idea of meaninglessness. I was just thinking, different thoughts came through. I think that last night I was just like, I'm going to be open completely. I'm letting go of everything, every, and just whatever is truth. I'm begging, not begging, just I'm wanting that. And several thoughts came through. Now, one of the things that came through was, and there was a lot. There was so much that it actually made me feel good. And again, I'm still kind of on standby, is this one of those things? And it didn't feel like one of those things. It was just like, I don't know. Let me see if I can articulate this. So we're going to have to back up. One of the thoughts that came to me was that as long as we mentally and consciously are moving to find the thing, we're going to keep missing it. Because, and again, this is just my own experience, not telling you guys what to believe in or what to do. I'm just sharing. And this picture came into my mind of a person trying to pour wine into your glass, say, or pour water into your glass, whatever. But you keep moving the glass. And so how's that going to happen? It's not going to happen. And my feeling was that, okay, so moving the glass, that's our minds active. Like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to get the answer. And as long as that thing is in play, whatever light or understanding or whatever that may be trying to be bestowed, let's say, it's just not going to, because there's this, that's it's kind of like a resistance, although it doesn't seem that way, because now I'm really going to digress here, so forgive me, but I was learning a little bit about the Kabbalah, a little bit about just the ideas, because I've always liked to investigate different ideas, and I watched this guy, like 9 hour YouTube tutorial thing, and it was, very interesting. We can watch these and listen to these without subscribing to everything that's said, but sometimes we hear something and it's like, oh, okay, that's sort of interesting. And the idea that came back to me last night that was said in that video was that the whatever, the big whatever, and we're not even saying that there's such a thing, but this is what came back to me last night. The big thing, the big energy, the big God, whatever the thing is bestowal. It bestows. We here on this planet, and maybe all of creation, I can't remember, it was a couple of years ago, but we are receivers, not takers. We are intrinsically designed to receive. So that came back to me. And just the idea that, again, like if this source of bestowal, let's just say that, or not even saying this is real, but these are just the thoughts that came to me. If this source of bestowal is trying to pour wine in your goblet and you keep moving it around, well, it's not going to happen. So that was really interesting to me. And okay. So then the thought came to me that, okay, now this idea of an outside source being the bestower, that's something about that still isn't working here, and for me, because I'm still looking to the outside. And so then the thought came, what if the bestower is me? Not me in the way I see myself when I look in the mirror or the way people see me here, but what if there's some aspect of what in this place I call me that is also that other thing? Okay, well, that's doable. Okay, so now we're not having to rely on some outside source to give us answers, right? Okay. So then, forgive me, there were a lot of thoughts coming through. Okay, so then these thoughts are coming fast and furious. The thought that came was this idea of distractions. Like, all of the things around us in this place are a distraction. It was strange. It was like, okay, where is this going? Okay, distraction from what? And a lot of people feel that way. Like, yeah, look at all these distractions keeping us from XYZ. Well, for many people, the XYZ is fill in the blank, whatever. But the thought that came to me yesterday was the XYZ is that I am holding the answers. That the distractions are to keep me from me. And if you really, really, really think about this, how much of our time and energy is spent contemplating me, not me, for yourself? You ask that question to yourself. How much of my time is really in just being, not even thinking about me, but just being, without all of the extra stuff coming in at us from the outside to distract us? What's it distracting us from? It's distracting us from me, from what I am. And as long as these distractions, they're like, imagine some guy just at a carnival and he's walking, and just all of these, vendors and sellers are calling out, hey, come over here, play this game, buy this thing, da 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 da. Just everywhere, the music, the lights, the colors, the sounds, everything going on. That's this world. And what's it trying to do? What is it? People think, oh, it's trying to distract us from serving God. It's trying to distract us from blah, 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 blah. But really, what's happened is it's distracting us from just being. So, yeah, it was really interesting. And so then, so now we're like, okay, how do these ideas kind of come together? So they come together in that, as long as we are looking to the distractions to give us answers, anything that's outside of us is a distraction. And as long as we're looking toward those, we're going to meet up with disappointment, right? And whatever the distractions are, whatever, it's just noise coming in all day, every day, all the time, getting our attention away from me. But maybe, just maybe, the answers are something that each individual has to come upon for themselves. And another thought that was coming through was just like, trying to help others, trying to show others, trying to assist others. And although I'm putting this out there, it's just sharing. It's just sharing. That's all. I can't help you. I can't assist you. I can't aid you. I can't show you anything. I can't bring you anywhere. Nor can you for me. But these are just the thoughts that were coming through. And they were different from the thoughts that, like we said, when you're moving that goblet around. Because I was lying here last night just like, okay, no, I'm not going to think about this. I'm not going to try to make this be anything. I'm just going to lie here and see what is bestowed and what comes. And if nothing comes, then so be it. I'm not going to force anything, because that always ends up to nowhere. Anyway, so those are just some thoughts. I know this one was discombobulated. This is pretty choppy, but that's because the ideas and the thoughts or whatever that were coming through were just rushing, and just like rushing in, and I'm trying to articulate those things here, and it's just sharing. That's all, But yeah, the one we did yesterday was kind of bleak. It's just like, psh, whatever. And not to say that this is any closer to the truth, but for myself, it kind of felt like kind of a beacon of sorts, that said, yeah, you're absolutely right, kid. Looking out there, there's nothing. You're not going to find it out there. However, that doesn't mean all is lost. So, and that was really interesting. But anyway, that's all. And maybe this is informative or something for someone, and that's fine. And if it's not, that's fine too, because I'm starting to feel like, you know what? Even though we're all here kind of doing our thing on this planet, we're all just in the same setting. That doesn't mean that we're all going to have to subscribe to the same thing to get to wherever we as individuals may be going. The things that I'm maybe learning, they're not necessarily for any other person at all. Who knows? But like I said, this is just for sharing. And we're just going to leave it at that. So, as always, we want to wish you much love. Bye.